Welcome back. So in this session we'll talk about like inheritance. So inheritance allows us to define a class that inherit all the methods and properties from another class, or you can say base class, or you can say the parent class. So whatever like data methods are available in the parent class or base class, so can be accessible inside the derived class. So the derived class can able to access data methods or all the properties and methods from base class. So that is all about the inheritance part. So let us start with an example like how to create a simple inheritance example with a single inheritance. So single means basically like one base class and one the derived class. So let us start. So the first one, so let me take a class name called say class student personal data. Okay, so that is student personal data, that is base class I'm creating. So here register number equal to, we'll input the register number from keyboard, say enter register number. Okay, then name of a student. Okay, so input enter student name or simply name, then course name. So this also will input here. Okay, so input, then enter course. Okay, so this is our the base class data, and within this base class area, so we'll define a method. We'll take a new method called say show student details. So here we'll call this self. Okay, and this is the method, this normal method, and simply we print here say register number, that is reg number, or sorry, we took only reg, right? Okay, then after that we have a name, so that name also will print. So let me make changes. So whatever we inserted in the class section, so here we printing. So that's why I took a message the method name called show st, that means student informations we are showing here. Okay, so I need to put here self because this is belongs to the class, so hence you should use this self dot like all the whatever the variables you declared here. Fine, so this is my the first class which contains some information called register number, name, and then course. So the same things being printed on screen. Okay, now let me create a derived class. So this I'll make it as a say base class, or you can say parent class. Okay, or even you can say super class. Now let me create the derived class. So derived class, or also you can say child class. Okay, so in the derived class, so the first one, the class name. So the class name called say marks detail, which inherits properties and methods from the base class name called student personal detail. Student, see, this is our class, right? This is our base class. So this class now being accessed by the second one, which is a derived class name called marks detail. So here we'll input some data just like the way we input in the first class, right? That is the register number, name, and course. So here also we'll input some detail. Okay, that is like say marks informations. So let me take integer here. So because I need to input integer values, okay, for adding these values and getting the total of all the marks. So enter say like P marks, or can say physics marks. Okay, so let me take some 4 say chemistry marks, then biology. Okay, bio, and then last one which is our mathematics, say maths. So PCMB. So all input are over here, and immediately we'll do like total. So that means adding all the values. So total equals to say P plus C plus P plus M, right? PCBM or PCMB, whatever. So then I'll take average equal to total by 4. Okay, so this is done. This all input and the bit of simple calculation part is done. Now we'll take a method, the method name called say show show then marks. Okay, show marks, and then take the self as an argument inside the method, and now we'll print one by one. So these values I'm going to print. So here, like first one, physics marks, that is self dot p, right? Self dot p. So let me copy one by one so that I can change. Next one called chemistry. Okay, chemistry, then self dot c. Then next one biology marks. So that is self dot p, and the last one which is mathematics. So maths, self dot m, and also will print total and average marks, because we did the calculation part as well. So here total marks is self dot the variable which I declared as a TOT, right? Then finally there is average of marks, which is the variable I took as a AVG, right? So this method is over, right? So now two classes are over, right? So both classes are over now. Okay, the first one is called this class, what is called, the class name called student personal detail, which contains some three informations, like just to add the register number, name and course, and then we'll print on screen as it is. And then the second one, which is the derived class, the derived class contains like marks informations as well as like total and average marks, and there is also method called show marks. So both class contains one methods. Let's see, here also we have one method called show student, and here we have the show marks, right? And finally we need to run our program. So by creating object, so let me create, say here like student marks information. Okay, so as a heading, and then we need to create object on the the derived class. So the derived class name called marks detail. So let me create, say yum. Okay, so yum as an object, or you can say instance. So marks detail. Okay, and we have two methods, so in both the classes. So first one, like yum dot show, what is the method name called here? This one, show std, right? Show std. This is base class. So here, see, I'm just going to add the comment also, so here we are calling the base class method, right? So the base class method is being called by the derived class object here. So that's a yum. Then one more here which has its own method as well, that is derived class method, which is show marks. So this is calling derived, or you can say own class method, right? So that is done. So let me run the program. So then click on run module. Okay, so the first one, register number, say R001 alphanumeric, then you can enter the name. Okay, then course name called, say PUC, that is pre-university course, that is in 11th or 12th. And then we input the 4 subject marks. So I'll input the, say physics marks here, then chemistry, then mathematics, then biology. You can see here the detail. So these 3 informations, like register number, course name and name, are coming from the base class method, and these 4 subject marks, like PC, MB, and plus total and average marks, coming from derived class. But if you see the output here, it just looks like one block. So one block of code is generated whole thing, right? So that is how the inheritance makes grouping the all the things in one section. So here you can see once again the base class contains what register number, name and course, and the derived class contains all about these four subject values along with the total and average marks. And both classes have their own method called, say the first one contain show student or std, okay, just to print this informations on screen. And the second or derived class contains what, there is a show marks, which contain just to print all the informations, they're part of the derived class. So inside the derived class, we need to mention the base class name, right? So that means we are calling the base class here, hence the name called what? Single inheritance. And finally, we need to create the instance or object on the derived class. So that is m equal to marks detail. So object of the derived class, and m dot show student, that is std. That means we are calling the or accessing the base class method. And then finally we are calling the derived class method, or you can say it's a own class method, that's a child class method. So this is the example on single inheritance. So hope you like this video. So please subscribe to my channel for more on this Python. So thanks for watching.